Let's do this. Are you ready for a comeback? Are you ready to fly? Are you ready for the moment? Get ready to ride. Calling all the fighters, calling on survivors. Are you up all nighters? We can take it higher. Let's do this. Can you feel the fire running through your veins? Now you're burning brighter, don't look away. Shout out to the legends, rising from the wreckage. Count down the seconds, it's out your engines. Let's do this. Got a long way to go. I know we've got a long road home. I know we've got a long way to go. Let's do this. Are you ready for a comeback? Are you ready to fly? Let's do this. Are you ready for the moment? Get ready to ride. Let's do this. Oh, you know we're gonna do this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Adam Wood from Ghostfire Media, and tonight we have along with us Nick Adams. How are you doing tonight, Nick?
Oh, you know, Adam, I'm good. I'm good. Living the dream. I'm happy to be here. Monday night for me, so I'm not usually used to being awake this time of the week, so it's going to be different for me. But I'm excited. I've heard a lot of good things about everybody here.
Yeah, Nick is filling in for good old Josh last, and Josh is out having a vacation of, I mean, that's what I'd call it. He's on a work trip, but he's sending us wonderful photos. It's kind of like he's at a vacation, though, and a nice 5-star resort. It doesn't seem like a vacation to me.
He's definitely on a vacation. I don't want to hear his lies.
Alright, so we're here tonight, North-South Racing League. We're at New Hampshire for the Granite State 100. These guys are going to race this wonderful, almost flat banking track here. It's going to be fun for these guys. See these wonderful street stocks just try to conquer this. Oh man, I hate this track. New Hampshire. I'm glad I'm up here in the booth with you, Nick.
Drop a bomb. Just drop a bomb in the middle of the racetrack. It'll make Loudon way better.
Yeah, very much so. You know, there's people who love the flat bankings and all that jazz. I'm not one of those people. I don't know. I don't like the all throttle experience and feathering the throttle, and hopefully the car's not going to spin out on you. But there's plenty of people though. They love it. I got some teammates who beg for this type of track every single week.
It's kind of crazy about New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Back in 2003, there was actually a conversation and a negotiation with NASCAR to increase the banking in all four corners to make it more of a banked track to carry more speed. What was funny about that was NASCAR approved it, the track approved it, but the state of New Hampshire did not approve it because they thought they would carry too much speed through the corners, that they'd come out of the corner onto the flat of the front stretch or the back stretch and go head on into one of those walls. They didn't want to lose any more drivers here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
I mean,
fun little fact nobody knew.
I mean, if they did it right, you know, the banked it correctly, that wouldn't happen. I mean, you throw some Bristol banking at it.
Yeah. No, the conversation was to completely redo the track. Not to just... The way the state of New Hampshire read it was that they just wanted them to adjust the banking in the corners. What NASCAR and what New Hampshire Motor Speedway wanted to do was actually redo the entire racetrack. They were going to tear down the grandstands all the way around. They were going to tear down the walls. They were going to pull up all the pavement. They were going to widen the front stretch and the back stretch to make it curved a little bit more. It was almost going to be a new form of Darlington here in New Hampshire. But the state of New Hampshire didn't like that idea. And it didn't really fit in with the New Hampshire Motor Speedway and SMI's view on this wonderful road course they have here either. So it ended up not working out.
It seems like it. I mean, I would prefer it. Go ahead and rip this up and create a little bit higher bank track for this one. I'm still kind of curious to see what they're going to do with Auto Club, because that's kind of what they want to do with Auto Club, but it kind of make it a smaller, like a mini clip of Martinsville, but with like Bristol banking. So
yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll just be Bristol Motor Speedway at that point. It won't be anything else. It'll just be Bristol Motor Speedway with longer front stretch and back stretch. There's no difference. It'll be the same track. Martinsville and Bristol are the same track, except for the fact that the banking is different, and they're literally the same track except extended. This is just a bigger version of Martinsville, which is why I think New Hampshire has always been loved by some people but hated by others. It's just a bigger version of Martinsville.
I gotcha. All right, so we got the cars on the track right now. We got Dante Curtis. He's up there on the top leaderboard. Tyler McRae. That's a new car right there. Not familiar with that name whatsoever. Will Eastman sitting in third. Randy Nichols is in fourth. Mike Alexander is in your top five. So that's what we're looking at right now. Let's look on board with another car. Joe Witkoswki. I have not seen him out here. Picker is just deciding it was crazy.
Yeah, Joe has a really nice line through 3 and 4. He's carrying a lot of speed, getting that back end to rotate just as much as he wants it to, and is able to slide up on the exit of the corner right towards the wall. And then he comes down off the wall a little bit. It's going to cost him a little bit of time on the front stretch coming off that wall, trying to straighten the car out, but he still improves his lap. He's going to be 18th. He goes from a 34.24 to a 34.2, so it's a good improvement for him.
But yeah. Let's see. Hit somebody on the bottom here. All right, we got Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson's out on his first lap right now. It's coming through 3 and 4. Lap Tommy's going to lay down here. All right, the first lap is going to be right around the 8th spot right now with a 33.90.
Yeah, Ryan has a very consistent line as well. I've been watching him throughout practice. He has a very consistent line into these corners as well. These guys are all running almost the exact same line here in New Hampshire. There's only really one way to run it in these cars, and that's to get that back end to start to step out on you about halfway through the corner. You do that with the throttle. You give a little bit of throttle, that back end starts to stick out. Then you almost want to like drift through the corner, but you don't want to. You need there's such a fine science to what they're going to do here tonight. To save tires and to not ruin their races, just based on what they want to get done and how fast they want to go. But I think it's going to come down to the people who save tires the most here at New Hampshire tonight.
Yeah, these guys are pretty good at trying to, conserve these Hoosiers. These Hoosiers kind of really absorb the heat, and guys have done a fantastic job all year long so far of trying to conserve it on these longer runs that these guys are getting at. But they're not shy to drop in and get 4 fresh tires. I mean, New Hampshire's large enough where they don't have to worry about going a lap down like they have been on these short tracks we've been going to. Able to actually get out there and go in and get those 4 fresh set of tires on these yellows.
Yeah, no, on the yellows, you definitely have the ability to get 4 tires of fuel here at New Hampshire, even though the street stock pit stops take a little longer.
Alrighty. So we have over 26 people, so they're gonna throw it into a heat race. They normally jump forward through it. Might take a few minutes here. Once we get over 26 people, we race to see who makes it. But we only have 28 people, so there's really no racing involved in this. So yeah, I can't.
You don't want to watch 2 guys go around the New Hampshire Motor Speedway for 16 laps?
And fighting for the exact same position that they're going to start off with? Yeah, that sounds like a fun
You don't
time.
want to see that?
Oh, man. So while we're waiting here, let's play the wonderful spin salabim game. Let's figure out what the invert tonight's going to be. I explained it to Nick. So Nick's new here. He does not. He didn't know the tradition
21.
here. So he's hoping for blackjack 21. I told him so far we have not got anything higher than 8. Maybe Nick will break the streak here. So let's see what the invert will be tonight. Invert is going to be 16. Oh man, that's over half the field. They're going to have fun trying to get this thing sorted. That's the largest number so far. It's 16. Right now, I guarantee you they're all scrambling, trying to figure this out. Yeah, Nick's the ones over here helping you guys out, giving you the larger invert.
You need to hear more often.
All right, so let's see here. Tonight is going to be race 5 of 17. This will be the North-South Racing League's second trip to the 1 Mile Oval located in Loudon, New Hampshire. The last time they visited here was August 17th, 2020, so almost close, 2 years later. Justin Grosser's got a lap record at 34.054. That's in Season 1. And Philip Martin, one of our admins here, he got the win. So outstanding.
We want to have a fun fact about the New Hampshire Motor Speedway that I bet you nobody knows that's not from New England. New Hampshire Motor Speedway has actually gone through 3 different names. You'd be able to pick 2 of them. New Hampshire Motor Speedway, obviously. Loudon Raceway. But there's a 3rd name that it was when it first opened up.
The flat track from hell.
Nope, it was the Granite State International Speedway.
Oh, well, this is called the Granite State 100. I guess this is a homage or a throwback to this.
So when you're at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, if you look, actually at the camera that Adam has right now, if you look to your right, like here, right here on the backstretch, up there on the top of the hill, there's a ledge, and it's called the Granite Ledge. It's where everybody who has it's where most of the owners and drivers who aren't in that race go and hang out. They hang up on the Granite Ledge. The Granite Ledge is actually built on top of it's a 200-foot deep piece of, it's just straight granite. It's all granite. Hence the reason it's called the Granite Ledge. When they built this racetrack, they had the worst time getting through all the granite because there's so much granite where they put the New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Yeah, fun times.
This is what I bring. I bring. Knowledge that nobody wants to know. I have all of it.
Especially about New Hampshire. Nobody wants to know about this
I
stuff.
have all of it.
And
actually, even more knowledge about this track isn't updated properly. Grandstands in 1 and 2 don't exist anymore. Those far grandstands don't exist.
Yeah, these iRacing models, they care more about the track. I mean, I wish they would take out the grandstands because it's less video GPU. I got to worry about trying to emulate grandstands that no longer exist.
Mm-hmm. They also have the grandstands of the wrong color here now, but that's just me nitpicking.
I mean, when you go back and look at it, how long did they have the yellow walls for Charlotte? You know, back when Sprint was in charge of NASCAR, it took them forever to update that one.
Yeah.
It was still in some of them too. The road course, maybe a year ago, it still was yellow when you came out. So to the outside.
Mm-hmm. And the Coca-Cola signage is no longer at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It's actually a Pepsi racetrack now.
Was it? I forgot which. I think it was at Sonoma, and they have a Dodge Charger, but it is the 04 or the 05, 06 Dodge Charger SRT8s. I mean, it is almost 20 years old. Ad on one of their billboards.
Jesus, that's crazy.
I mean, I'm a Dodge fan, so I mean, I noticed that. I was like, well, that one's way off. But they are gridding up right now, or I think they're in the warm-up period right now. So while they're warming up, we're gonna go over the points here. Mike Alexander's got a tight lead right now with 201 points. Dustin Shepard trails him by 6 points. Will Eastman, after his win last week, pulls up to 15 points behind. Then we got Ryan Johnson and Brian Hacker So these guys are your top 5 coming into it. Got Josh is out here talking about they want the show, not the history. Or they want to show the history, not the reality. I gotcha. So, alrighty. So, as usual, we got a 5-minute warm up here. We're gonna be able to see what everybody's gonna be doing, and we'll get the show on the road. See if I can. Let's see if I'm able to pull up the actual race results here. Qualify. Alrighty, so this is before your invert. We're going to have Dante Curtis on the pole, Brian Hacker second. Third will be Tyler McRae. Fourth will be Will Eastman. Fifth, Randy Nichols. Sixth is Mike Alexander. Seventh is Dustin Shepard. Eighth is Ryan Johnson. Ninth is Justin Rigsby. 10th is Gary Eschen. 11th is Jesse Womack. 12th is Matt Cook. And 13th is going to be Gage Killam. Now I'll do the next one for you because that one's.
I get you. I could get that.
I butchered his
Baltimore,
name until
right?
Yes.
Baltimore. Yeah.
I've been butchering his name.
15th will be Josh Nelms. 16th, Adam Jebel. 17th going to be Jeff Bergener. 18th going to be Sam Clark. We roll back to 19th going to be Rodney Huntoon, and 20th going to be Travis Hofler. 21st going to be Shane Loveridge. 22nd, Jeff Mathis. 23rd, Joe Witkoswki. 24th, Jordan Madron. 25th, Robbie Clavey. 26th, Dan Janjanin. 27th, Matt Dula. And 28th, Brandon Kleczynski. We're just going to call him Brandon.
Yep.
We're just going to call him.
I see. I was trying to get over Brandon with Adam, but we have 2 Adams. We have Adam Gable and Adam Boltmere. So, you know.
It's got to be Kleczynski or Kleczynski. That one's a weird one. I can't even pronounce that one.
Alrighty, so, you know, these guys are warming up. I mean, I think they're going to put on a heck of a show. That's what I like, being a broadcaster here at New Hampshire. To me, it's way better than actually being out there and trying to wheel this flat banking. And as we're at it,
kind of half the battle at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, right? He's dealing with the humidity, the heat, and right now, dead center of summer. It's 100 degrees outside. Track's going to be over 110, 111 baking in the sun. It's hot, old asphalt in these corners. It's going to be a very, very hot racetrack today, very slippery. 82 degrees outside. That says, I bet you in the New Hampshire sun, middle of July, it's about 90 degrees in the sun. 58% humidity, partly cloudy, 6 mile an hour winds to the east. I'll tell you what. New Hampshire Motor Speedway, one of the slickest racetracks you will ever drive on when it is warm out there. It is absolutely undrivable. And they are taking the chicane, Adam. They're taking the chicane. Oh, my God. They're taking the chicane.
oh man, these guys, that's what I love about this league. They always try to find the most entertaining aspect. I'm trying to see if I can get a good view there. Who's already there? There we go. They all just pile in here.
Brian Hacker just flipped.
There we go. They're piling in like crazy. New Hampshire tire barriers for the win there. Jeff Mathis just flew in there. But yeah. Alrighty, so warm up is over. We're gonna have a wonderful restart here with a 16 inverts, 16 positions. You know, when you're 8th, you're like, oh crap, I stay where I'm at. Yeah. But I think Ryan Johnson, I think he might be happy. He's starting 8th right now. He's not going up and he's not going down. So, I mean, you got to be indifferent right there. You're that middle pivot point. So people like, you know, Dante Curtis, Brian Hacker, and Will Eastman getting 1, 2, and 3, knowing that this is the largest invert they've seen, having him drop back that many spots, it's going to hurt.
Yeah, no, if you're the leader, you sit on the pole tonight, you're going to be a really upset man. You're going to be a really upset man. You qualified in the back, though. Adam Boltmere back there, 14.
Adam Gable.
Jet.
Both
Yeah,
Adams.
good Gable sitting back there in 16th. He's going to be on the pole here. He's going to be a happy guy.
I mean, so do you think the outside line's the preferred line? So do you think Adam's going to be happier, or Gage Killam right there being in, I think he's going to be in the second spot
New Hampshire is always, so when the track is slick and it's got no rubber on it, you're always going to want that inside lane at New Hampshire because it's the only part of the track that gets treated heavily in the winter. And it's the first part of the track that gets repaved every year. So you're always going to want the bottom of the racetrack. It's going to hold the most grip for the first 20, 25 laps. So I think on the first restart here, you're going to want that bottom line. Unless they carry over from practice, which I'm not sure if they do. But if they do carry over, you're going to want that middle lane. You're going to want that outside lane because that's going to be the best possible spot to be on a restart here at New Hampshire. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. That's all I can say. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
I'm ready for this. See what happens here. We're seeing everybody flip around. Our SDK's going crazy up there at the top because everybody's just swapping spots here underneath these warm-up laps here as we go to green. Switch it up here to Adam Gable. He will be on the pole. Josh Nelms will be right there on the outside of him.
That's another thing, Adam. Did you know here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, every year they repave the inside lane?
No, I did not. Whenever you said it,
every single year.
I heard what you said, but to me, I was like, did he misspeak? Because that's kind of weird that they would come back out here and repave it.
So there's a reason that they have to repave the inside lane here every single year. It's a frost heaves. So it's because of the way the track was originally paved when they paved this track. There was a lot of large gaps left between the first, second, and third lanes. So the water from the snow gets under the inside those weepers. It gets under the track. It freezes and it lifts the track up. And if they didn't pave the inside lane every year, then when you go into turn one, your teeth would rattle. You would break a tooth. You'd probably break your back. It would be the most uncomfortable, ridiculous scenario you'd ever have in a race car.
Sounds like they just need to repave the whole entire thing. It sounds like a great idea and kind of fix their failure.
Well, the talk has been for a while of going to concrete at New Hampshire instead of asphalt.
Go see what Atlanta did.
I think
with
that would be
new
interesting.
Track.
Well,
the way they improved their track on this one, not what they did, but how they put more innovations into the subsoil underneath the track.
That's part of the issue here. Is here in New England, typically, on average, you get 15 to 20 days in the winter where it's below 10 degrees. Where it's below 10 degrees below. So 10 degrees below and above. When that happens, all of that water that was under the track from the fall, where the leaves fell on the track and they got stuck, and all the snow that's melted before the freeze, all the rain, everything that's under there just lifts this track up and destroys it. And it's done it for years. And ladies and gentlemen, here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, we're going to go green flag racing as Josh Nelms brings him down here into turn number 1. The number 91 on the inside, the 81 on the outside. Sorry, the 01. And it looks like Adam Gable's going to be able to use that inside lane to his advantage here. Going to get that big run out of the corner. Down the backstretch they go. Adam Gable to the lead here at New Hampshire.
Yeah, Josh Nelms is trying to hold off and trying to clear that number 27, and he just blinks out there. Sorry about that, folks. The 27 I was focusing on blinked out. he was trying to clear the other Adam. So the Adams are trying to take charge here and get 1 and 2. Adam Baltimore, he is there on the bottom, trying to hang it down, going all the way down to the bottom of that yellow line. But that blinking ever so slightly throws off Josh Nelms. It has to, as they're still double wide all the way back.
Yeah, you're too wide. Everybody back from the leader. You got the 91 out there of Adam Gable just driving away, but you got the 81, the 01, sorry, of Josh Nelms, the 27, Adam Baltimore under him. And Adam continues to use that very, very bottom line up against that yellow line. So here's the thing about that, though. It's going to destroy his tires very quickly. If you continue to go down to the bottom and you use the flat part of this racetrack, you don't use the banking to your advantage, you're going to eat those tires up very, very quickly. You can already see he lets Josh Nelms go by, and he's coming under pressure from the 83 of Gage Killiam. But Gage Killiam cannot hold him off. Matt Cook now to the inside of the 83. The 15's there. The 83 on the outside now of Adam Baltimore in turns 3 and 4.
I'm looking in the back. We got 3 wide right now. Gary Eschen is on the bottom right
They're
there.
3 wide. They're touching here up at the front. They're touching up here at the front. The 83 got some contact from the 14. We stay green, though. They were able to keep it all straight.
There they go. 3 wide right there twice. Back to back right there. These guys are letting it all hang out here at New Hampshire. These guys are being very ballsy tonight with the door-to-door action we're seeing here.
Yeah, Gage Killiam needs to get out of that third lane right now, get to that middle lane. Just kind of get himself into a rhythm here because he's stuck on the far, far outside lane here. At New Hampshire, it's the opposite effect of what you'd see at Talladega, where at Talladega you'd see that sucker hole be in the middle. You get to that outside lane here at New Hampshire, it's worse than where you go to Martinsville. I mean, you have no grip. You're up in that gray. You're at that stuff that doesn't get treated, doesn't get touched. It just gets completely ignored. And that's where you have no grip at all. You can see him going backwards right now as the 38 of Ryan Johnson now moves up to 5th.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson's finally able to clear. He just went through three wide between 3 different rows right now to kind of almost clear himself here. He's got Adam to his outside right now. He's trying to clear him along with Gage. He's kind of in between right now. Matt Cook's riding there on the bottom. I think everybody be on the outside just wants to go single file, like just let me in.
Ooh, sideways there in 1 and 2 for the number 69 of Randy Nichols. He was a little sideways there. You're getting a little loose here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It's bound to happen. These guys are going to put it all on the line here, and you have to at New Hampshire. It's one of those tracks, but you can see there's no room there given between the 15 and the 83. They side by side there going into 3 and 4. One little slip up here, and there's going to be a big incident here. But here's the thing at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and this is why I love the street stocks more than any other car in iRacing, and realistically, in real life. Any track you go to, it becomes a drafting racetrack. The draft becomes a huge factor with these street stocks, and it's great to see. The pack racing that you get with these street stocks is very considerably, it's a great alternative to what you get in the Xfinity Series, and it almost looks like what you get in the Cup Series now.
What I love about them, these things are tanks, man. These guys can rough each other up. I mean, they do, and they also like smack the wall here and there. That's what I think. I need to switch to this league. I love smacking, preferably out of turn 2. It's normally where my favorite walls are at, is out of turn 2, and these things are tanks, and they're able to do it. We see Randy Nichols go below the yellow line there in 1 and 2. He's trying to make up any ground he can there, being on the bottom lane.
Yeah, that's a dangerous game to play here at New Hampshire because we say that the bottom of this track is flat. We say that the first lane is flat, but the first lane still has 3.5 degrees of banking at its steepest. When you get onto that bottom, that is actually a flat racetrack. It's flat concrete down there as well. It's not asphalt, so you're going from asphalt to concrete with paint in the middle. Just a recipe for disaster.
Oh, man. That was a heck of a bump and a shove right there. The 81 of Justin Rigsby gave Gage Killiam there going into turn 1. Gave him a little bump, got him a little loose. He drifted up the track. They went 3 wide, and he backed out of it. Oh, man, these guys are having a field day right now here at New Hampshire.
Oh, Justin Rigby gets loose out of turn 4 there. The number 81. With a big move there, he's trying to make a move to the inside of, I believe that to be the 83. It's going to be Gage Killiam again. Yeah, the 81 on the inside of the 83 here through turns 1 and 2. Nice tight action down the backstretch. You see these guys giving each other enough room where the side draft isn't affecting them. Off into 3 and 4, though. That 81 just sends it off in there. He's going to complete the slide job in the middle of the corner on the 83 and finish it on the exit of the corner. It's a beautifully completed slide job, textbook by the number 81 of Justin Rigsby.
Yeah, right now we see Matt Cook under fire by Dustin Shepard. Dustin Shepard drops down, then in low and tries to drift up. He's not cleared just yet. But the 27's there. 27 taps the wall, gets Dustin Shepard around. They all straighten it out. Oh man, I think the wall helped save that one.
The wall definitely helped save that one. Now you got to worry about the 20. If you're the 27, I think the 15 should be fine. The radiators on these cars are much further back than you would expect. The 80, what is that? The 89 Dustin Shepard should be fine. No damage. Just damage to the back of that car is not going to affect the way this thing runs unless you knock the toe in a little bit in the back. But 27 is going to be the guy who probably loses the most out of this. The 27 of Adam Voltemir, he hit the wall pretty hard with that right front. There's going to be some significant damage there. Keep an eye on him, but as long as the 15 didn't knock that front end too far on the back bumper of the 27, I think they should be fine. I don't think he'll have any radiator issues throughout the evening.
Yeah, Dustin Shepard now is trying to get back the spots they lost there. He got knocked out, knocked around. He's trying to get back up there, get around Brian Hacker. Brian Hacker, though, he wants to sell to the front as well, so he's trying to stay right there with Mike Alexander, number 8 spot right now, just ahead of him. They're all trying to basically go single file here, but trying to track up to the front without wearing out these tires. Adam Gable, though, has been leading every single lap so far. He's under fire right now through Jesse Womack, so we'll jump back up to the front here.
You know, if you're Jesse Womack, what you want to do is you want to get Adam Gable just a little bit off of his game. Send him off into one of these corners a little faster than he wants to. Use that inside lane to your advantage on the exit of the corner, which is exactly what he did in 1 and 2. He's going to get a great run. Be right up the trumpet down the backstretch. Use that draft you're going to get off that street stock in front of you, and then maybe put a little move on him on the inside into 3 and 4. Will he do it this time? He will not have enough speed to get him this time. But the 14 is definitely faster, rolling the center better than the 91 right now around this racetrack. So that's going to give Jesse Womack a definite advantage, and he might try to make that move here into 1 and 2.
Now, well, let's jump on board here with Jesse Womack, see what he does. We're on the LE Customs, I think, roll bar camera here.
Yeah, the best way to drive this racetrack really is being able to roll that center. That's the most important part of getting a move completed here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, is being able to roll the center better on that inside lane than the outside machine. And so far, it looks like Jesse's been able to do that a little bit better than Adam Gable. Down the front stretch, they're going to be quarter panel down into 1 and 2. They're even. The 14 sends it off into 1 and 2. The 91 has to lift just a little bit. The 14's going to do that slide up in the center, complete the slide job. New leader. Here comes the 91, though. He's dirt tracking it on the exit of 2.
Adam Gable sliced it down right in front of Ryan Johnson, blocking the run that he had on him. And then looked like he was going to try and do the crossover move, just didn't have enough, and Ryan Johnson's right there waiting to pounce.
That's a pretty move there by the 91, trying to make that dirt track and work. As we go off into 1 and 2 once again. That's kind of how you make passes happen at New Hampshire Motor Speedway when those tires get older. You start dirt tracking that car a little bit. And folks, for those of you who don't know what dirt tracking means, it just means getting sideways. I mean, at a dirt track, you're going to be turning right to go left. Here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway in a street stock, 35 laps into a run here, and about another 17 laps, you'll be seeing these guys turning right to go left.
And we got, Adam Gable's blocking that low line from Ryan Johnson, dropped it down low. Randy Nichols, though, he's closed the gap right there, and Josh Nelms is still hanging in there. From starting on the outside, he's only dropped down 3 spots from the get-go here, so he's still hanging in there from that invert. But we got Jordan Mattern's family members out there. John Mattern, he's out there cheering him on, rooting. We got Kel Curtis out there rooting for Dante. So we'll see what Dante's still trying to recover from it. He's still back in 20th spot right now.
Here comes the move. They're going to touch. They're really, really tight there.
Ooh,
the level of tell. Ryan Johnson's going to. Andy Nichols might go around. Ryan Johnson got it. Holy moly. Randy Nichols almost went around there. He's going to save it. Put himself back there into 6th. Got to get his composure back. Try to think, who hit me in the back there? Who am I going to go move out of my way here in a moment? But that gives Adam Gable a moment, just a moment, to think about what he's doing here and relax, as we now have a battle between Randy Nichols and Gary Eschen down in the 3 and 4.
Yeah, Randy Nichols got a little too hot right there. Gave him a little shove.
Oh, they're going to touch. They're going to touch in the exit of 4 there. They really are touching there in the exit of 4. This is short track Monday night, folks.
Trying to get a little bit better of a camera angle here as Randy Nichols clears on them. Mike Alexander's closed up. Gets a door shut down on him.
He got his nose pinched right there. That could have been bad. Had the 23, that shows the respect, though, that Mike Alexander has for Gary right there. That Mike didn't just drive through him. There are guys who, in other leagues, you'd see that you close the door on somebody, you get moved for that. He didn't get moved. He didn't get turned. He didn't get moved. That respect factor, especially being 21 laps in here, really came through big time for him. But a battle for second. There's going to be contact. Contact between Ryan Johnson and Adam Gable in the 1 and 2. On the exit of the corner, Gable's really dirt tracking it. Holy schmoly. The 91 of Adam Gable's going to lose another spot to Josh Nelms in the 3 and 4. He's really starting to struggle now. He's going to lose another spot here, I believe, in 3 and 4, possibly.
I mean, I think he overheated the tire, trying to extend his lead he had. He got out there in that clean air and kind of probably just ran his tires a little bit too hard in the first 15 laps or so, and he just slowly got ran down. Jesse Womack got him and just falling back from there.
Yeah, here's the thing about Hoosier tires is Hoosier tires can last forever, but they are very heat sensitive. As soon as you get a Hoosier tire heated up, that's the difference between them and Goodyear, right? Hoosier is one of those tires that'll last forever. Second you get it heated up, though, it's a useless tire. You're going to be sliding, slipping, and you'll never cool it down under green flag conditions at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway because of all the wheel you need to put in it. The Goodyear tire lasts maybe half as long as the Hoosier will at this racetrack, but it's not nearly as heat sensitive and it's more forgiving. So if you do start to overheat that tire, even if you have to put more wheel into the machine, you can cool those back tires with throttle control. With the Goodyears, the Hoosier's just not going to be able to do that. So the 91 is going to continue to struggle until he can get those very hot Hoosier tires off the back of that machine.
Yeah, right now we see a 9-car breakaway right now. They have almost a 3.5 second gap over the 10th place and on back there. So these top 9 cars are still pulling away. Dustin Shepard sitting there in 10th. As we see Randy Nichols dropping it below Adam Gable right there, trying to get that spot away.
He's going to lose a spot here. He put that left front below the yellow line. Now the 23 is going to take advantage of that down the backstretch. I saw that coming from a mile away. The second I saw the 69 put that left front below the yellow line, I knew that Gary was going to be able to put that machine under him. They're going to be side by side in the X. We got a battle for the lead here. Jesse Womack and Ryan Johnson. Down the front stretch, they are dead even. The 14 leads. That time, the 38's going to send it in a 1 and 2. This time, they're going to be real close. There might be contact there. The 38 sent it up the track a little bit. He's really dirt tracking. Now look at he's leaving tire tracks behind. He's really sideways. He's going to push as hard as he can to get past the 14. He wants to lead here into 3 and 4. He's really going to send it off in. Rolling the center as best as he can with the 14 on his outside. He's going to squeeze them as much as he can up the track here at New Hampshire. He's not going to lead this lap, but if he can get an even and clear turn 1, he will take the lead on the exit of 1 and 2 and lead down the back, but he needs to not get it sideways. He gets on the throttle nice and easy this time. He's going to squeeze the 14 up the track, and the 30, the 91's around. The 91's in the grass, and we will stay green. I think he did not go all the way around. The battle continues for the lead, though. The 14 tries to send it on the outside. The 38 this time is going to slide up, close the door, and a new leader is going to be Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, right now, the 14 and Jesse Womack's going to drop right back down, do the crossover move, and drop it low underneath Ryan Johnson as the field starts to stack up right behind these guys battling.
Yeah, these guys, there's 3 wide right behind them in the middle of the pack. There's some contact back there with the 69, the 75, and the 31. Sorry, the 01. And man, oh man, these guys are getting racy here 27 laps in. The 38 side by side, door handle to door handle. As Randy Pepper would say, Lug nut to lug nut for the lead. 3 wide behind him. They're loose. The 39's in the wall. The 38, sorry, the 14's on the inside. They are really pushing. The 23 of Gary Eschen, who was in 5th 2 laps ago, now sits in 3rd, and he wants to lead this race. The 10, look at the 81's dirt tracking it through 1 and 2. These guys are all sideways.
Yeah, these guys are putting a heck of a show on right now. We got now it's up to a top 8 breakaway right now. These guys are running side by side, 3 wide. But at the most part, very respectful. They're giving each other plenty of room. Coming off corner, they're running it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Woo. The
Jesse,
38, I mean, you got to give it to Ryan there. He made an amazing decision there on the entry into 3 and 4. He went real high up the racetrack, carried more speed than anybody else has so far tonight. He was unable to hold it down the back. So that's 3 wide into 3 and 4 here. The 38's going to back out of it, allow the 23 to battle the 14. Ooh. And then one swoop, we got a car around. The 81's around, and the new leader is going to be the 23, but the 81 has gone around back there. Justin Rigsby keeps it straight. We're going to go back under the caution, but the new leader is going to be Gary Eschen. Question is, was he the leader before the caution came out?
Looks like they're scoring him. Not really seeing that one.
As the caution lights went on, the 23, I think, is your leader.
Let's move up here to the T.
Heck of a move. Absolutely heck of a move there. The lights come on right there. Yeah, he's clearly in the lead. Clearly in the lead. The 23 is clearly your leader. The lights came on the second the 81 was sideways right about... Let me tell you. I'll tell you when it happens. I know when they came on. I was looking at it. So...
Gotta get... Click on Justin Rigsby here.
The lights come on right there. Right there as he's sideways sliding up the track. The lights came on. 23 was clearly in the lead. Adam, we have pit stops. Everybody's in the pits.
Yeah. Everybody is coming down pit lane right now, as you can see.
All 25 cars that are on the racetrack. Is it 27? It's 27. Holy moly, it's 27. All 27 cars that are on the racetrack. Come down and get fuel and tires.
See who will win the race off of pit road here. We got it right there at the end of pit road. So far, 31 laps here have already clicked off here tonight. So far, great start to the race. We've seen 2 wide, 3 wide. I mean, mayhem, door-to-door action. I mean,
Matt Dula. This has Gary Eschen comes out second, Brian Hacker third, Will Eastman, then Jeff Bergener, Ryan Johnson, Mike Alexander, Randy Nichols, Josh Nelms. Your top 9. Robbie Clavey stayed out. He'll be the leader. He might have just stayed out to get a lap led.
He's back in the pits now.
He's in the pits now. So, yeah, Matt Dula will be your leader. And the number 17 Sundrop Machine here with the North-South Racing League at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the Granite State 100. Hold on, let me say it how it's titled. Hold on. The Granite State 100.
Yep, got to get that exclamation mark in there. Man, these guys are putting on a heck of a show. Let's, while we have this, let's go ahead and go to our commercial break here.
Cross Collision and Body is located in Minerva, Ohio, and specializes in returning your car back to its pre-accident condition. They work with all insurance companies to fix your car the correct way. For scheduling and questions, please visit their Facebook page or call the shop at 330-868-6011. J&G Hardwood Flooring is a small family-owned business which started in 2005, located in Christiana, Tennessee, and serves all of Middle Tennessee. Owners Josh and Brandon Klaczynski have a combined 35 years of experience to serve all of your flooring needs, from new construction, remodels, or even small repairs. For estimates and scheduling, call 615-904-2218.
Alrighty, welcome back. For a little commercial break, the lights are off on the pace truck there. Matt Dula looks like he's going to choose the outside lane. We got Gary Eschen will then start on the inside here.
I'll tell you what, Adam. We've seen it throughout the evening. The inside lane has been the one you kind of want.
I think, though, with him being able to, control the restart, he's going to still get a heck of a jump here and be able to clear him. And
they're going to delay the restart. They're going to delay the restart by a lap. The lights are back on.
Right, yeah.
The lights are back on. We had some clerical issues that needed to be made sure they were able to get done before the green flag flew. And the wave around car was not going to make it, so they had to extend this caution by 1 lap. You can see the 27, I believe, passed everybody here in the field.
I mean, if I'm Matt Dole, I would choose the outside lane too. You have a better arc going into 1. You should be able to clear Gary, being able to be in the control car there. Should be able to clear him with a good jump. And, I mean, here there is no restart zone. I believe they are able just to go whenever the pace truck goes in, so they can play all the games they want.
Yeah, the 17 has less fuel than everybody else now, so that car is going to be more lively. It's going to be jumpier. It's going to be faster. So I think you're going to see him get the lead here and drive away a little bit, and then we'll see where it goes from there. And the green flag is out. Matt Dula leads them back to the green flag. He's already passed Gary Eschen down the front stretch into 1 and 2. Will Gary fight back? I don't think he's going to have the ability to. He's going to try his hardest, but he's not going to get there. He's going to keep the second position away from the 13, but there goes the 17 of Matt Dula. A much lighter machine with 4 tires. Now, we'll see if he makes to the end on fuel. I don't know if they can go 100 laps on 1 tank. There's a lot of movement in the back there. But the leader, Matt Dula, driving away just a little bit here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson and Brian Hacker are going in right now. We got Mike Alexander, Terry McRae, Josh Nelms. They're all side by side right here. We got Jesse Womack, who was up front battling. He's now further back in the field, sitting in 9th spot, trying to get himself back up to the front. Dante Curtis is finally back up in the mix here in 11th spot right there on the bottom. But we have plenty of action right now. We see Josh Nelms on the 1 go up high. Matt Cooks is trying to figure out where he's going. Almost thought about taking him 3 wide right there. The 68 of Jordan Mattern, he is coming through the field right now. He's moving up. We got Dante Curtis, like I said, he's on the bottom right there. Where else? Got some action. That looks like Matt Dula's getting challenged for the lead right now by Gary Eschen. And we have one person sliding off to the inside, hits the inside barrier. We stay green as Matt Dula slides right there, trying to hold on to first place. Looks like he's going to give it up, and Will Eastman's going to get by him as well.
Yeah, looks like the 23 is going to take the lead there. The 17s might lose another spot to Will Eastman here in a 1 and 2. It's going to happen. Will Eastman throws it down in there on the inside of the 17. And Will Eastman's not going to clear him yet. Down the backstretch, now he's clear. And now Matt Dula, he's got a little bit of competition from Brian Hacker, who started on the inside of the second row.
Brian Hacker's now on the bottom side. He's going to get pushed. I think Ryan Johnson's going to follow him, give him a good push going into the corner here. Trying to get him out in front so he can clear Matt Dula, so Ryan Johnson can also hurry up and get by him with these fresh tires that they have. But we have Jeff Bergener right there in the 21, that wonderful chrome machine. He's added a little bit of color. Usually it's all chrome, and he got a little bit of that sand yellow on there tonight. So he's mixing it up just a little bit.
The 11 giving no room to the 17 of Matt Dula. Matt Dula now has Ryan Johnson to his inside. Ryan Johnson side by side now. Matt Dula, the 11 is clear. The 11 is into third. The 17 now battles the 38. They are slideways into 1 and 2. Holy moly, they are close.
And Ryan Johnson closed the gap on Brian Hacker, did all he could. I could see the throttle control. His car was lunging forward and stopping in the middle of that corner, trying to stay off of Brian. Ooh, Jeff.
Oh, the 21 gets almost turned.
And
That was close.
Now they're 3 wide going down the front straightaway right here. Dante Curtis, Jesse Womack, and the number 99 of Terry McRae on the outside. Or Tyler McRae. Ooh, Jesse Womack and Tyler McRae make contact. Dante Curtis drops it down low, tries to avoid anything that could happen. Comes back up and it's going to get a good arc going into turn 3 here.
Yeah, Dante Curtis, he's got the inside lane there on the 14 of Jesse Womack. He's going to be able to clear him. Womack's going to keep that car in the top 10. Down the front stretch they go.
Yeah. Right now we got a close battle up here for the lead. Will Eastman wants to take it over from Gary Eschen. Gary Eschen, though, is running some good lines right now. I've been watching him. His pace is pretty good right now. Gary Eschen is using that draft, trying to stay with him. They're hoping they can pull it away right now from Brian Hacker. They got a little bit of a gap, about a 3-car gap. Ryan Johnson doing his best, though, trying to close that gap, pushing Brian Hacker.
Yeah, Ryan is trying to get up there. Ryan believes he has the best car on the track tonight. You can just tell that in the way he's driving. He started in 8th. He's been up front most of, if not all of this evening so far, right up there near the front. The 23 is going to be battling now the 13 on the exit of 1 and 2. Will Eastman to the inside, down the backstretch. Going to be even this time. Into 3 and 4. The 23 has a little bit more room. It's the 13's corner, though. He's to the inside. The 13... They're going to be even. The 23, little dirt track in there in the exit of the corner. The 23 is going to use that to his advantage. Gary Eschen keeps the lead here, 44 laps in. And now into 1 and 2 again. Can the 13 make another move?
Yeah, the 13's dropping it lower. He's trying to do everything he can without wrecking them. They're both giving each other outstanding room, though, coming off these corners. I mean, we've seen some close calls, but so far, really no door banging as we've seen. But these guys are keeping it paper thin close on some of these exits. Ooh, Ryan Johnson had to check a big time right there. It was like Will Eastman let up off the gas, got a little tight there, and Ryan Johnson closed the gap a little bit too quickly. He wasn't looking forward to it, as Ryan Johnson now jumps down below Brian Hacker in the middle of the corner, makes a great move down. And just nowhere for him to go. Will Eastman's right there in front of him.
Yeah, Will Eastman is doing everything he can to get past the drivers ahead of him, but he's doing everything he can to get around the 11 and keep that second spot. But he is getting pressure from everywhere right now. He's got pressure from the inside, from the outside, from behind. And now he's going to lose second. And now he's going to car to his outside. And he's going to car to his back bumper, who's going to be to his inside here momentarily if he doesn't get moving.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Johnson picked the wrong lane. He backed Will Eastman, and Brian Hacker was able to get by him. Now he's getting passed by everybody on the outside. Mike Alexander's coming by. Matt Doula's trying to come by. The whole entire field right now is starting to close in on him. We got Jeff Bergener, Dante Curtis, Jesse Womack. They all closed in while they were battling there side by side for second and third. As Ryan
there it is,
Johnson,
38. He says, this is my spot. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm taking it. I'm putting my nose there. I'm coming through. Get out of my way. Here I come. Putting the chrome horn on your back bumper.
he just dove down and turned underneath him. I mean, it wasn't enough for him to keep momentum there off the corner on that one. But now he has it.
He's rolling.
He has a great exit there.
Yeah, he's rolling that center so unbelievably well. To the inside of the 13 again into 1 and 2. And just watch how much time he gains in the center. Just look at how beautiful the roll of the center is by that number 38 machine. He's just rolling it perfectly. He's going to get that big run down the backstretch this time. He's just barely ahead, and he'll clear him into 3 and 4 this time. Slide up, close the door. See you later, bye-bye. This is my spot. Now you got to deal with Matt Doula in the 17.
Yep, now Brian Johnson's now going to set his sights for Mike Alexander, and Will Eastman now is under attack by Matt Doula in that wonderful number 17 with the sun drop car. So he's there.
3 laps ago it was the outside. Now it's the inside. Matt, I mean, Will Eastman cannot catch a break. He thought he was like, hey, I'm getting passed on the outside. I'll get it to the outside. Now he's getting passed on the inside.
And Gary Eschen, we got Brian Hacker up front. He's looking low. He's showing his
Cars
nose.
on the wall.
Dane Loveridge jumped to pit road. Gage Killam looks like they might have been involved in that aspect. No cautions out though. We stay green here. We're at a halfway mark, 50 of 100s. We see some great side-by-side action here. Matt Dooley was able to get by him. Now Jeff Bergener is there. Ryan Johnson's now underneath Mike Alexander. Gary Eschen's got about a half a car length of breathing room right now over Brian Hacker. A lot of action up here in the front half of the field right now.
Oh, yeah, the top 6 spots right now. Top 7, realistically, is a Hornet's Nest. Then you got that 8th place car, the 0-3. Dante Curtis, he's looking for it. But you got a battle for the lead. You got a battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. All happening on the same straightaway. Matt Dooley dives to the inside of Mike Alexander. He puts his front bumper to the quarter panel. Gets a good run off in the 3 and 4. Here comes the 17 now on the 75. The 75, big time dirt tracking on the exit of the corner. He's going to lose a lot of time to the 17. He uses it to his advantage, though, to get a big run down the front stretch, but he's heating up those back tires, and we saw earlier in the race that's not what you want to do. And the 75 is getting pushed real hard by the 17, but the 17 is kind of blocked in here. The 38's right in front of him, and he's hogging the bottom line as well.
And the 38, I think he's a touch quicker at the end of the straightaway. There's just nowhere for him to go. Brian Hacker's run a great job that kind of eliminates the line that Ryan Johnson wants to run right now. And he's trying to figure it out. Where can he go to try and make a pass? But when you're having nose to tail, you can't really try to experiment. So he has about a 1.5 car length of gap right now. Maybe he can try and do something a little bit different, trying to get by Brian Hacker. Oh, he tried to sneak on the outside there.
Anyway, it looks like the 38 is going to make that move to the inside of the 11. They're going to touch. Contact made on the exit of 3 and 4. It's going to hold them both up. Matt Dooley is going to dump to the inside. It's going to be 3 wide in a 1 and 2.
Matt Dooley saw an opportunity. They both kind of had to check up a little bit. He dropped it down low, and now it's just stacking up the field. Everybody's scrambling to try to find a spot to make up as well. Oh, man, these guys did a fantastic job, though, going from 3 wide to 2 wide in the middle of the corner. Everybody's straightening it back up. We're going green still here. Nobody spun. Got Matt Dooley now underneath Brian Hacker trying to clear him. I think Matt Dooley also has a car to beat here tonight.
Yeah, Matt Dooley is showing that he wants to go up there and try to take this win. He dives to the inside in 1 and 2. He's going to try to pass him this time down the backstretch. Not going to be clear of him yet. This time into 3 and 4, though. Matt Dooley sends it off in there. Completes the slide job in the center of the corner. Closes that door. Matt Dooley is now P3.
You can see the rear end step out there, man. These guys are really using that rear tire to kind of really turn the car there on corner exit, which we can see riding on the bumper cam of Ryan Johnson. These guys are all battling. See the rear end's trying to step out as much as possible. These guys are doing a great car control to keep this rear end from not coming around on them. Jump back here. We'll see this Hornet's Nest we're at right now. Mike Alexander, Dante Curtis, Jeff Bergener, Brian Hacker, Jesse Womack, Jordan Madden, Will Eastman, all underneath a blanket here. Oh, they make contact. Coming out of turn 2, Dante Curtis drops down low. He's now trying to make it 3 wide going into turn 3.
Yeah, the 0-3 to the inside of the 11. Look at this Hornet's Nest back here, though. 4 or 5 cars on the blanket. The 75 is going to get into the wall. The 21 into the wall. The 21 at 75. Big damage to Jeff Bergener's car. He's going backwards quick. That right front is plowed in. Big damage to the 21. He's going backwards in the pack really quick. He's already fallen all the way back to 13th. The 75 got off pretty easy there, Mike Alexander. Not a lot of damage, a little bit, but not a lot of damage. But that was an unfortunate moment of just, this is what happens when you're side by side in corners.
Yeah, I mean, and 3 wide, actually. I mean, they're coming off the corner right there, 3 wide. I just don't think they understood exactly what was going on there and where everybody was at. Just didn't clear it, but, I mean, these cars are tense.
Battle for the lead. Battle for the lead. Here comes the 38 of Ryan Johnson. Gary Eschen's led the last 20 laps. Ryan Johnson at 60 now takes the lead down the backstretch. Ryan Johnson. He started in 8th. He's moved his way up to 1st. Ryan Johnson's going to lead his first laps of the evening out of turn 4.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson is working it. He had to carve the field. I mean, it was not an easy feat for him to do it, and it's not over. Gary Eschen's not going to let him just kind of cruise on by and leave. He's going to fight tooth and nail before, Matt Dooley catches up to him here. But Ryan Johnson, he had to carve through the field. It wasn't an easy drive to get there. So we'll see what he can do as Gary Eschen looks low here. He's trying to find any way around him right now.
Down the front stretch, the 38 continues to lead this race now. Leads his second lap, and he's got a very wanting Eschen right behind him. Eschen wants the lead back, Adam. He really does.
Yeah, he's not going to give this up. Gary Eschen wants to win here. He wants to have these wonderful playoff just points here, trying to get the win. Gary Eschen, I think Ryan Johnson, I think if either one of these two win tonight, we'll still be at a first single car winning streak so far. We don't have a duplicate winner this season so far. The first 4 races. Trying to see what race 5 will bring us. We'll get another new winner here, or we'll get a repeat winner. Gary Eschen drops down below him, gets underneath this quarter panel, going down the back straightaway, going into turn 3.
Side by side through 3 and 4. The 38 gets a little loose. It's going to maybe cost him the lead here. The 23. Now Gary Eschen back to the lead here. Down into 1 and 2. Gary Eschen showing just how much strength he has in that machine tonight. Trying to take the lead back from Ryan Johnson. He might make that pass complete on the exit of 1 and 2. That was a power move right there. Yeah. Gary Eschen just showed everything he had and just said, hey, Ryan, take this.
Yeah, Matt Dooley, I'm not sure exactly what happened there off of turn 2, but he's going in the pit road.
Matt Dooley's pit. I didn't think he could make it to the end on the fuel. He hadn't pitted for fuel yet.
Yeah, it was kind of strange what he had coming off of turn 2. Maybe he called it, and Brian Hacker had to kind of check up a little bit so Matt Dooley could drop down low there. Brian Hacker is now sitting in 3rd. Dante Curtis has finally moved up here. He is sitting in 4th spot. So Jesse Womack, though, surprisingly has made it back up. He was outside the top 10 on that restart, and he was able to carve back through the field too. Jesse Womack sitting in the top 5 right now and just right there hanging on. And then it's about almost a second gap to the next person back in 6th, which would be Gordon Maddern. Dante Curtis, though, is not settling for 4th spot right now. I think he gets a little bit of a rear bumper of Brian Hacker right there. He's looking around, trying to find the best line for him. Trying to get by him. I think he's going to drop down low here, see what he can do. Kind of throw off of Brian Hacker. We got Ryan Johnson kind of doing the same thing, showing his nose down low. Seeing what Gary does, trying to push him out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on this, as Ryan's just going to keep battling and pushing on Gary. He was able to pass him once. He only lasted for 3 laps because Gary really, really, really wanted to lead. But we'll continue to keep an eye on that. And Adam, I think we're gonna have pit stops here very soon for the rest of these guys.
Yeah, right now these guys are battling. We're looking back here at Will Eastman, Jordan Mattern. They're all back here battling. Ooh, very close right there on that corner entry. His rear
Whoa,
tires,
big slideways. They're gonna touch the 23 down the racetrack. The 23 got touched there.
Yeah, I think he just.
Sorry, the 13.
His rear tires are super heated. He was trying to stay off of them. He got back in the throttle, just hooked left a little bit, was able to save it. I think Will Eastman saw it, kind of hooked a little bit left. He went left, kind of knee-jerk reaction, got himself loose there. Man, these guys are battling hard. I mean, this is for the top 10 here. And the North-South Racing League, we got Mike Alexander right there, points leader. Matt Cook right there in front of him. This is 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th right here, what we're seeing right now.
10th and 11th is just out of shot, folks. Just out of shot. There he is. There's 10th. There's the 13 of 13 of Will Eastman, right over the back bumper of Adam Gable. Adam Gable, it's a heck of a turnaround here. He's back up to 9th. It's good for him, but a big move into one. The 68's never going to make the corner. He's never going to make that corner.
He's definitely going to have to check up right there.
Oh, my God.
He had to check up.
That was a move.
Mike Alexander had to check up for that as well because he had to play avoidance right there. That let Adam Gable close the gap a little bit more. These guys are fighting pretty hard right now.
I don't know where that move came from, but that was way out of left field. That was just turn left and keep it in the throttle for a minute. That was nuts.
Like, are you silly? I'm just going to send it.
Oh, he sends it again. They're going to have him contact this time. The 75 of the racetrack. He's sideways. The 75 fighting to keep it straight. Adam Gable now going to be under the 75. The 91's going to gain a spot from this. And now Jordan Madron, he's going to gain a spot, but he's going to lose maybe a little bit of that respect from the 75 for that move, and that might come back to haunt him later in the evening.
And these guys are battling hard door to door, lug nut to lug nut right now. You got Justin Rigsby. He's sitting there right there in the background right there, slowly catching these guys. He was the cause of the first and only caution tonight. I don't think that one should have been the caution. He was able to correct it and continue on. We've seen people bite the dust on the inside wall down the back straightaway. No caution was caused, but a little simple sideways and recorrected. Lost the caution though, but we're at lap 71 of 100. These guys are clicking off. We see Mike Alexander. He is going in the pit, so we will definitely see pit stops here in the near future.
We're definitely going to see pit stops, 100%. I don't think they can make it to the end without pitting. And it's going to be interesting to see who just does a splash of fuel and who gets 4 tires.
Right now, the top 4 is underneath the blanket with Jesse Womack, about 1 car back from these guys. I think it's whoever goes in the pits first. I mean,
we just had a driver. He just came off the track as the 81, I believe, and Justin Rigsby. He was sitting in 5th. He just jumped into the pits. So keep an eye on that.
They're about a little over half a second from their fastest laps right now. If Dante Curtis comes in, he leapfrogs these guys just in 1 lap.
If they pit, if they can make it to the end on fuel, if they think they can. I don't know. The tires will even out over the next 25 laps.
Guys are battling hard. Jesse Womack's trying to come in there. Ryan Johnson is going to try the outside now. He's been to the inside. He's now going to jump to the outside. Maybe he's hoping these tires are too worn out, too warm for him to kind of stick the bottom and stay down there. He's just going to stay there and trying to get to his outside. Brian Hacker, though, during this move, he was able to drop down below Ryan Johnson. And now Ryan Johnson is now going to be on the outside. Maybe lose 3 spots here.
It's going to be interesting to see when and if these guys start to pit. We see more cars coming down pit lane.
Dan Jannon's coming down pit road right now. We got Justin Rigsby, Jeff Bergener, Mike Alexander, Rodney Huntoon, Matt Dula, Travis Hoffler, Dustin Shepard. They've already pitted.
The top 5 have not. Really, the top 10 have not pitted yet. And that's what we're going to keep looking at. The top 10, 11, 12, top 13 now haven't pitted. When will these other drivers, the top... Oh, we're going to have a wreck! We have a wreck! The 23 was trying to go to the pits! The 11 got turned! There could be big incidences here on the exit of the corner. They're not going to hit each other yet, and it looks like it's just going to be a two-car spin. Oh, my goodness. You can see Gary Eschen here. He was going to go into the pits. I don't know if he called it out or not. He was definitely coming into the pits. Look at him get on the brakes hard, turning left. The 11 just didn't know.
I mean,
he didn't know.
I mean, and if he
that caused another incident right up near the wall. Did you see that?
Yeah, and if he did know, I mean, there was not much time if Gary called it out late right there, and there's nowhere he to go, and people got in the back of him, of Brian Hacker, so go ahead and rewind this one more time. I can get like a blend view here. And pause it here. Let's see if I get a blimp. Dante Curtis is right behind Brian Hacker, so I mean, Brian really didn't have anywhere to go as he hit him. Everybody else cruised on by. Will Eastman almost smacked the barrels right there, but he missed the barrels. That's how you avoid barrels for the people who are watching at home. Not saying that for anybody else, but just saying that's how you avoid barrels. I'm gonna get an angry message later on.
I'm going to see if, I'm just going back and listening to see if Gary did call up that he was pitting.
Laps to go. I think by the time we go green, probably be about 22-ish laps to go here.
Yeah, no, there was no communication there.
Maybe he was trying to sneak one in there, try to drop it down, thinking he would be able to kind of work it in there, have enough time, but apparently not. Because I see what he's trying to do, because try to play a game where go in there first. Now you're gonna leapfrog everybody by half a second. Your competition. I get what he was doing there. The execution, though, overall did not work out as we saw. Right now we have Ryan Johnson. Looks like he came out of pit road first with Dante Curtis second. Third's gonna be Tyler McRae. Fourth will be Matt Cook. Jesse Womack top 5. All the cars in front of you are the ones that have already pitted. Pit cycle did not go all the way through, they're going to get the wave around here with one go. Take off now. See the pace truck right now. Sounds like it. I hear a lot of engines firing up, so it looks like they're going to go ahead and get the wave around here. We're at 1 to go here. They're going to get 1 laps to go going back to green. Intensity is going to pick up. What's going to happen here?
Gonna be interesting. 22 laps to go, Adam. 22 laps. That's just over 22 miles.
It's a lot of corners here. Josh Laston, he said he's not watching, you're safe. He caught onto the comment. But right, pace truck's about to pull off. All right, go. Added another lap here. Pace wave round. Guess we're not all the way through. Caution. The wave rounds can make it all the way there safely. Back.
Oh. That's interesting. Here we go.
Got Kel Curtis out there saying the youth Bucks suspects up front late to 38 and 03.
So the 23 was given an end of the longest line penalty.
Apparently, the race admins said that it was Gary Eschen's fault for that exit. And getting the EOL here, when he got it, puts all the lap cars or the wave around cars in front of him. So that goes all the way back there. Race truck now will be pulling off here.
He's got no chance now.
No.
But here we go. 21 to go. Could this be the final restart? The 38 is going to lead him down to the green flag, and we go back racing here at New Hampshire. And a big dive.
38. I didn't think he was going to be able to pull off there like he did. I thought he was going to get clear of Dante, but he did. Dante, though, got a really great run. He's going to drop down low, going down the back straightaway. We already have a battle for the lead. Dante Curtis is dropping down low. 99 of Tyler McRae, though, he's sitting right there in catbird seat if something happens between these two, racing aggressive here with 20 laps to go, about to be 19.
The 2, Dan Janjanin, just got a penalty as well. He'll be coming through the pits here now. He's a lap down. He's not going to interact with the rest of this race here, but just a heads up for all you folks out there what's going on.
Battle right now. We're almost about to go 3 wide right now. Matt Cook, Brian.
They are 3 wide now.
Jesse Womack.
The 14, the 11, and the 15 off into 3 and 4 side by side. There's no room there. The 14 gets into him. A big save here. The 14, he didn't overcorrect it. What a save
and Jordan
by Jesse Womack.
Jordan Mattern, I think he was trying to avoid it. He was dirt tracking and come off the corners, and he also had a hell of a save coming off of it. Now we're back up to the front here. We're going to watch this battle happen. It's Matt Cook about to get passed by Brian Hacker. It looks like Brian Hacker will be clearing him shortly, as we got Ryan Johnson, Dante Curtis, Tyler McRae fighting it out for the top 3 with about to be 17 laps to go.
Ryan Johnson started 8th. Dante Curtis started in the lead. Well, he qualified in the pole. Started 16th. Tyler McRae qualified in 3rd. Started 14th because of the invert. It took 83 laps, but here they are.
Yeah, the longer these races go, they normally make it all the way back up to the front, no matter what the invert is. If somehow make it up here, just like Cale Curtis said, 38 and 03 are late in the race, going there, showing what they got. But this is the first time they have both been up here at the end of the race this season. Last season, this was a familiar territory, but here this season, this is not familiar for these guys. Jesse Womack's trying to come back now after that early little bobble. He's underneath Josh Nelms there, trying to take over the spot. He will cleanly take it over. Has another little bobble right there, smacks the wall, but these cars are tanks. He's going to be able to recover from that just fine.
It's going to be a heck of a battle here, Adam. Here comes the 0-3 all over the back bumper, the 38. The 99 got big loose on the exit of 2.
These guys are pushing. They know the laps are winding down. They got 15 laps to go. They got to start trying to pre-planning the moves out now. Where they're going to make it? When's the right time to make it? Because we saw Brian Johnson was able to get out there in front of Gary Eschen last time, but Gary Eschen did a quick turnaround and drop back low. Went right back by him and cleared him. So Brian Johnson's got to be worried here. Dante Curtis is able to try to move, and then what can he do to counter it if he does get past?
Yeah, when and where is Dante Curtis going to make that move? Is he going to make it in 1 and 2? Is he going to make it in 3 and 4? Is he going to make it now? Is he going to do it in 5 laps? Is he going to do it in 10 laps? Is he going to do it in 13 laps? He's going to do it now. He's going to put that quarter panel. Oh, he started to look.
Yeah.
Thought better of it. Oh, almost got into him. Yeah. Look at how much better the 0-3 is rolling the center. Look at how much better he's rolling the center than the 38. He's got the quarter panel on him this time. He's going to give him a little bit of a bump draft down the backstretch.
See where it's going to
into
play
3
right
and
now.
4.
Got lap traffic at the number 2. I think that's Dan Janin sitting up there in front of him. This could make it a little bit more interesting. Dante Curtis, I mean, he's pre-planning what he's got going on, but we got Tyler McRae right there. He's a hungry guy. He looks like he wants to get by him too. So
Cars in the wall in front of the leaders. The 2 car hit the wall on the exit of 4. Keep an eye on that.
Ooh, the Tyler McRae
99 big
gets
loose.
All right, we got Dan Janin just pulls it off, takes the inside line going to the pit road. Looks like I think he's just going to pull off the course here. Dante Curtis drops it down low.
The 99 and the 11 side by side. Is that a Lamborghini for the 99? Is that what he's driving? He is. He's driving an Aventador. It's a very interesting machine.
Ooh,
Oh, the 11 and the 99, they touch on the exit of 2. The 11 almost into the wall.
Matt Cook saw
Here
an
comes the
opening.
15.
'99 did not protect the inside line there. Matt Cook was trying to drop it down low. He's below Brian Hacker right now, trying to battle it out with 10 laps to go here. Matt Cook's falling back a little bit. Brian Hacker's trying to shut the door on Matt Cook, trying to get it where he can now go battle back against Tyler McRae. We got Dante Curtis still trying to make some looks right there as we see him in the foreground. Brian Johnson, nothing brewing just yet. We're trying to look at all the battles we got going here. We got Jesse Womack right now under fire from Matt Cook.
Adam, it is short track Monday night. There are frustrations out the yin-yang out there right now. Down into 1 and 2. You see the 2 battles we're keeping an eye on. Ryan Johnson, Dante Curtis, Tyler McRae, and Brian Hacker. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Those 2 battles right now are the most interesting battles on the racetrack. The 11 looks to the inside. He's not going to make the move on Tyler yet, but back up towards the front of the pack. You got Dante thinking about that move on Ryan. He just hit the wall. Dante hit the wall on the exit of turn 4. He's going to move to the inside, though, in a 1 and 2. He's not going to make that move this time. But even hitting the wall, Dante Curtis did not miss a beat. He just said, hey, I tapped the wall. I'm still coming for that lead.
Sometimes bumps, wall bangs don't hurt you in these tanks. Sometimes they can help you out. Dante didn't lose a beat there. He's sitting there right there on his back bumper. Got to be plotting, trying to find a way to get a little bit of momentum coming off the corner. Try to get his nose underneath him before the end of a straightaway.
What he's got to do is he's got to enter the corner just a little higher, but be willing to roll the center better, just kind of like this. Get that nose under him on the exit, get that big run down the straightaway, and maybe just be willing to send it off into the corner a little bit. He's actually braking early to not make that move. I think he's already got a plan for how he wants to do this. He's just waiting.
Yeah, we got to fear the crossover move. Get by him, crossover happens, and then you're kind of the sitting duck on the outside. You come down, make a spectacular move, and then you be the hero, and then he crosses you over, and then you're the zero.
Question: why do half of these guys have their numbers backwards on their roof?
I'm not a painter, man, or I'm not there.
The numbers don't face the fans. The numbers face the TV camera. They face the hard cam, so they always face towards the driver.
Hey, man.
All these. That's what the passenger door is for. Maybe it's something they like to do in a league. It's interesting. I've never seen that before. As a TV producer, that annoys me. They're facing the wrong way. With the 38 and the 03. Look at this battle continuing here. 5 to go. That time the 38. Ryan got a little loose in the middle of the corner. Here comes the 03 with a big run down the backstretch. Is he going to try to make the move into 3 and 4? The answer is no, not yet. Not this time. He's entering the corner. A lot harder than the 38, though. But they are both leaving so much tire on the track. You can see the amount of just rubber they're leaving behind. And now here he comes into 1 and 2.
Dropping down low. They're run side by side.
He's so sideways. Ryan's not going to give it up easy, though. Here comes the 38 back on the outside. If Ryan Johnson is as smart as I think he is, he's going to let him get it into 3 and 4 and then come back at him on the exit.
Yeah, they're battling. I mean, that's
Oh,
probably
Ryan sideways, turning right.
that was a hand width away from each other. These guys not giving each other that much room right now. We're 3 laps to go. Giving room is kind of out the window right now. These guys are going to be battling side by side. Ryan Johnson's trying to set up for the crossover move. Can he get it done?
He's too far back now. He's too far back now. He's going to have to use these next 3 laps. Yeah, he's getting very loose.
Saw the wiggle in the middle of 2. I think he wanted to do the crossover move, got back in the throttle. It wiggled. He had to get out of it. Was not able to get back in the throttle the way he wanted to.
8 more corners.
2 laps to go, man. These guys are putting on a heck of a show. Brian Hacker was able to finally get by Tyler McRae. He's coming to the fold. Let's see what
He's going to run out of time. Ryan Johnson, though, he's going to send it into 3 and 4. Big time send it. He's going to get the quarter panel in there. He's to the inside. He's not going to get him this time, but down the front stretch, the white flag is out here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Into 1 and 2. Does Ryan Johnson have what it takes to make that move into 3 and 4 this time? Is he going to send it on the 0-3? Is Dante Curtis going to know it's happening? Here comes Ryan Johnson. He sends it in hard on the outside, trying for the crossover on the exit. He's not going to have it in him. He's too loose. Dante Curtis is going to come out of turn 4, and he's going to win the Granite State 100.
That was a perfect timing. Dante Curtis was able to get by Ryan Johnson. I think Ryan Johnson's car was just a little bit too free there at the end. Could not overcome it, and Dante Curtis was just by about a half a second there. Alrighty, fans, that was a heck of a race. New Hampshire is a boring track to actually race, but it was a fantastic race here tonight to call, man. These guys put on a hell of a show all the way through. Nobody really got away from anybody. When they did, they reeled them right back in. And these guys put on a show all night long. We got Kel Curtis out there saying, what a drive by Dante. Guys are setting up for their photo ops while that ahead and bolts here. All right. Alright, so our race winner is going to be Dante Curtis. Second will be Ryan Johnson. Third will be Brian Hacker. Fourth, Tyler McRae. Fifth, Jesse Womack. Sixth, Matt Cook. Seventh is Will East. Eighth is Jordan Madron. Ninth will be Mike Alexander. 10th, Josh Nelms. 11th, Gary Eschen. 13th, Matt Dula. 12th is Matt Dula. 13th is Justin Rigsby. And 14th, Gage Killam.
Oh, boy, I cannot read it, Adam.
All right, I'll go ahead and go through it then. 15th is going to be Dustin Shepard. 16th is Travis Hoffler. 17th is Rodney Hunton. 18th is Jeff Mathis. 19th is Robbie Clavey. 20th is Adam Boltemir. 21st is Sam Clark. 22nd is Jeff Behringer. 23rd is Dan Jana. And 24th is Adam Gable. 25th is Joe Witkoswki. 26th is Shane Loveridge. 27th is Randy Nichols. And Brandon did not start the race. Got Marshall Ship said good run in Gordon. That ends race.
Sound resumed.
All the way at the bottom. Let's go them into different rooms.
User was moved to your channel.
Alrighty, Dante, man. What a great move there that you made there at the end. Us in the booth, we were trying to figure out when you were going to make the move. What was going through your head in those last 15, 20 laps trying to set them up?
Oh man, we just I really didn't. I was planning on waiting and being there on the last lap because I could stay tucked up on his bumper, and the way the draft is here, I didn't want to pass him and then him tuck right back up and then give me a bumper. But he chose to race me another way, and that's just, I'll remember that in the future. I mean, he raced me with a lot of respect, but they're coming there with, what did I pass him, 3, or pulled up beside him with like 4 or 5 to go or whatever, and I was really just planning on going down there and seeing what I had and seeing if I could pass him that way. And I thought if it was going to be good, I was going to back out of it. But then we just got to racing there, and I was thinking, if I could just keep him on my outside there, surely there wouldn't be no way I'd let him win. So really, that wasn't how I expected it to play out, but it worked out pretty good, I'd say.
Up in the booth tonight with me, Adams. He has not done an interview with you. Filling in for Josh Laston. What do you got for him, Nick?
Well, Dante, in other leagues that I cover, I always ask the same question. So, the first time I meet somebody, what got you interested in sim racing?
I just started. I just saw a video of it on YouTube when I was about 12 or 13, and I'd never even planned on getting in a real race car or anything, but I thought at least I could race on the computer, and raced on the computer for 5-6 years probably, or maybe 7 or 8, and finally got me a real car, and here I am.
Yeah, so Nick Adams, if you don't know, Dante races in life too. So he does both sim work and he goes out and fun in life and gets more experience there. So not sure how well it translates into the actual better than that than sitting behind a sim wheel, being out there actually on the dirt.
I've learned a good bit, especially with the way these cars drive. I mean, even though it's asphalt and I race dirt, these things, I start to see a lot of commonalities, and just made up a word, and it's pretty close. It's helped me a lot. And when we go to dirt races or tracks that are really slick, it really pays off. And vice versa, it helps the real stuff too.
I got you. Hey, it was fantastic to finally get up here and get in the season. Not a reflection of last season. I was saying in the broadcast here, last season, Ryan Johnson were up there almost week in and week out. That was kind of the week normal, seeing you guys up in the top 3 and 5 every single week. This season hasn't started out that way. It's been a little bit more of a rough season for you, but you're back in victory lane, so I know that has to feel good for you tonight.
Oh yeah, we just always, every time I just show up to any race, really the points, just, I'm not really thinking about it. We're just here to win races. Last season we planned on running for points and made about every show except for one, but we had 2 good races to start the year out, and then Rockingham happened, or maybe it was just that one good race, and then Rockingham happened, and finished at the back of it after wrecking out early, and then missed a race last week after having to go to the beach. So the points probably ain't in the cards this year, but we're going to try and keep on winning about every race we can.
Gotcha, man. Well, you did a fine job tonight, coming up from the wonderful invert, from going from 1st to 16th and having to drive back through the field. So congratulations on your win, man.
Yeah, it was thank you. The invert the invert really helped us, honestly, because I won the last race at Irwindale, and I didn't get to run last week, so the EOL sent us to the back this week, and we started dead friggin' last, and passed 25 of them, started 26, passed 25, and was there at the end.
I got you, man. Well, congratulations. Go celebrate with your team, man, and have a wonderful night.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Look forward to talking to y'all next week.
User left your channel.
Right, let's see. Brian Johnson, number 38 machine. Let's bring him up.
User was moved to your channel.
Alrighty, Ryan. Not the finish you wanted, but a good points night for you tonight, coming home second.
Yeah, that's what I like to see for the most part. I mean, we Dante and I have done this. I knew exactly what he was doing on that last run, and unfortunately, there wasn't a whole lot I could do. It was a little bit of a drafty track, and he was able to save his stuff, riding behind me, and I was using mine up, trying to, make sure it'd just be, maybe me and one car, me and him, and we were able to battle it out at the end. And I just didn't have the tires, and congrats to him. We always got good battles, and it's always a lot of fun.
Well, I'm joined tonight by Nick Adams. Josh is out on vacation / work retreat, whatever you want to call it, for him. So we got Nick Adams. He's one of our other co-broadcasters for the Sim 500 Racing League. He's with me tonight. What do you got for him, Nick?
Well, Ryan, you were dirt tracking out there a lot tonight. How was the racetrack? It was it looked like it was slick.
Yeah, it was surprisingly slick for what these cars are. It probably due to our reduced fuel load or whatever, some physics stuff happens and changes it. But it was pretty slick, especially on newer tires. Yeah, well, I felt it was newer tires anyway. And then as they aged, it seemed like they tightened up just a hair. But I mean, it all depended on how you drove the car. If you were driving it too aggressively, especially into the corners, and you got on the brakes, it really wanted to snap. But I mean, made for a fun race, honestly. Overall, it made you have to drive the car, and wasn't a complete draft track where that's all you're doing. But it was pretty fun overall.
Well, I will have to say that you guys once again put on a heck of a show for us up here in the booth, and for the fans out there watching you guys. You made New Hampshire, that's usually a boring racetrack, a fantastic one to call. So we appreciate that. Only other question is, were you trying to do lacrosse over there as he passed you? It looked like you tried, and rear tires just broke loose on you.
Yeah, I was trying it, but like I said, I ended up using up the rear tires, just trying to hold them back there as much as I could. And yeah, it just started sliding. I didn't have nothing for them at that point. But yeah, not my favorite track, far from it.
But hey, once again, though, solid points night for you tonight, P2, and you got to be up here in the broadcast booth with us. So I mean, it's a win-win for you, man.
Oh, definitely. Good night. It's how championships are won. Just consistent good finishes. But problem is, the guy that won knows how to do that for the most part too. So
Oh man, well, hopefully, you'll have some more consecutive nights. 2 weeks in a row now for you up here in the booth with us. So, see what happens next week for you.
appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Have a good one.
User left your channel.
Alrighty, let's bring up our third place of Brian
User
Hacker.
was moved to your channel.
Hey,
What's
guys.
going on, Brian? How's your night going?
It's going all right. Can't complain with the podium finish, but I think we had speed to contend tonight.
You had a battle multiple times coming from like 10th place on back, driving to the front, trying to maneuver through people. It seemed tough tonight, trying to pick which lane you want to go with was the key. What was going through your head through a lot of these battles?
Yeah, I was trying, especially at the start, I was just trying to save tires. I saw people driving it hard and sideways off the corners and, getting the right front hot going in. And so I wanted to just save tires, and I did that a little bit. But then once you got into the mix of things, you really couldn't do that because it was too hairy to just sit back and let it come to you. So had to get up on the wheel a little. It was fun. We picked the right lane a few times. We picked the wrong lane a few times, and it ended up being a decent night. I was a little nervous it wouldn't for a while.
tell everybody, we got Nick Adams. He's my co-broadcaster from the Sim 500 League. He's in here tonight filling for Josh. So, Nick, what do you have for him?
Oh, Brian, I have a question for you.
Sure.
How did you get into sim racing?
That's a good question. I've been in it for about 5 years now. Didn't know much about it. I just run console stuff for a long time, and one of my buddies who's he's pretty big into cars, but not super into auto racing like I have been my whole life, said, hey, you should check out this iRacing thing. And I went to his house and tried it out. And from there, I got a gaming laptop and some Logitech stuff and got started. And now here I am with a full-blown sim rig and probably more money than I'd like to admit in it. But at the same time, it's better than having to put together a real car every year.
My man, that's how I started out too. Started out just on a gaming laptop, and then years click off, and a little investment here and there, and you look at you like, oh, it's been way too much.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people come over and they look at this thing and they're like, holy cow, what'd you spend on that? And then I'm like, try to change the topic.
And but hey, you're up here on the podium. Squeezed it in there. You and Tyler McRae right there at the end. You guys were battling it out. You're able to squeeze by him there and bring home third, man. Good points night for you.
Yeah, good points night. I was really hoping that the 03 and 38 would get a little feistier with each other up front and maybe sneak up there and contend. But we got close. I know there's a gap there that we closed up. Maybe another 2 or 3 laps, and we might have made it a 3-car race instead of 2.
Well, congratulations on the podium finish, and we'll see what you got next week, man.
All right, thanks, guys.
Alrighty.
User was moved out of your channel.
Alrighty, Nick. Hey, man, I want to appreciate you coming in, filling in for Josh. He did a fantastic job, as always. We've kind of fill in every so often for Randy and hang out with you there in Sim 500 League, but it was great to see you here tonight. This is your first time over here in the North-South Racing League, so I know these guys appreciate you coming in and providing a different voice here for us tonight.
I appreciate you. You bringing me in here. It's always fun to come in and hang out with you guys for a couple hours, and hell, the Street Stock is an awesome car.
This is an awesome league that actually promotes this car in a great value. When people look at Street Stock, like I did prior to this, I always envisioned Street Stock with the rookie series in iRacing when you're trying to go through officials and you just die every other corner. But these guys make me want to try and at least go out there and try to make this thing for me. But because these guys put on a heck of a race week in and week out. I don't really think I've broadcasted a bad race for these guys.
I can imagine these guys are very talented. It was very fun to watch.
Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. We will be back on Wednesday night with Nick Adams and Randy Pepper in the Sim 500 with a Trans Service Truck League. Where are they racing at this week? Putting you on the spot here.
Give me 2 seconds. Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Those draft tracks for you tonight, this week. So you have fun doing that. Just real quick, I'd like to thank the J&G Hardwood Flooring, 5-Star Realty Group, Kelly Custom Engraving, Track Time Entertainment, and RC Promotions. Those are your sponsors for the North-South Racing League. We want to appreciate you guys for hosting these racetracks for us, bringing us along here at Ghostfire Media so we can give you great calls. And that'll be it for us tonight here from the Granite State 100 from New Hampshire. I am Adam Wood. That is Nick Adams. Have a fantastic evening.
Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.